Hello, beautiful people. How are you? Oh, Lord. Hey, hey now. I'm coming to talk to y'all real quick. I'm trying to multitask to the best of my ability. I'm hot. I got food on the stove. And I'm going to try and be purposeful not to be here super long. I got a lot I can say today, and I practiced last night. It's not going to be as long as it was as when I practiced because I don't want to burn up the food either. So I'm gonna hang tight. I'm live on Instagram. I figured I'll just go live on Instagram whenever I go live on Facebook too, since I'm trying to build my Instagram following. If you're on Instagram, follow me at Rapha Healing, ROPHEHEALING. Hello, beautiful people. If you come in, say hi, share this video. Hi, I'm so sorry that I'm over here fanning. Oh my gosh, I need my church fan. So I'm so excited. You probably can't tell, but I'm like bursting at the seams right now. I'm bursting at the seams. And I really just kind of wanted to just talk to you guys a little bit about my journey and about what God has placed on my heart and what God is calling me to do with women. And I'm just so honored and proud that He would even call me to move forward in such a mission as what He's calling me to do. So I'm going to get started in just a second. I'm going to hang tight because I want to see if I can get some more live viewers. I am aware that all my California people are still in church. I understand that. Okay. If I just sit still for a minute under the fan, I'll be all right. So I kind of want to take you back real quick, and I want to give you a little bit of context in regards to, let me put this here. Yay. Give you a little bit of context in regards to what Confidently Courageous is and where it came from and how it was birthed in my spirit. In December, I was working really heavily with entrepreneurs, and things were shifting for me, and God was calling me to work with women. He said, I understand that, I'm calling you to work with entrepreneurs, but what I want for you right now in this season is to work with women. And it was so crazy because during this time, as a business owner, one of the things I struggled with was like really defining and honing in on my niche. And I was refusing. I was like, I'm not going to eliminate men from the context of the people that I'm working with. I work with men and women. And God was like, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But when it comes to entrepreneurs, I work with men and women. But God is really, really calling me. Hey, Sonia, how about I put this up here so I can see? God is calling me to work with women of faith. And during this conversation I was having with him, I was thinking like, okay, he said, I want you to wage war against the spirit of fear, Candace. So I said, all right, whatever you ask God, I'm there. And so as I was thinking about it, I was like, I'm waging war against the spirit of fear, and I'm on a mission for hundreds. And in my mind, I was like, well, hundreds, nah. And I was like, I'm on a mission for like thousands. And, in my spirit, I heard millions. He spoke to me and he said, you're on a mission for millions. And when I heard that, I was like, millions? Like, that's a lot. Million, like, is it really like that many women, like, for real? Millions? Like, it was to the point. I was like, let me Google real fast. How many people is it on Earth? I'm like, millions, God, that's a lot of people. You want me to be on a mission for like a million people? So I was like, okay, Lord. And he was calling me to wage war against the spirit of fear and really work with women of faith on conquering fear and these feelings of unworthiness. And as I was shifting in my business, I remember before I moved out here, him sitting down with me and giving me this foundation to work from. And I'm so grateful because before I actually moved back to Cincinnati, he gave me the foundation, and that was it. It wasn't until I got here that he gave me everything else. Sonia, I'm gonna hit you back. I saw your message. I wasn't able to get back to you yesterday, but I'm gonna get back to you a little later this evening. If you're on here with me, share this out. Share this out because I am on a mission for millions. Make sure you're sharing this out with your friends, with your family, any other women you know who are struggling with the spirit of fear that's holding them back, that's holding them hostage from walking in their purpose. Make sure you're sharing this out. Any other women that are struggling with feelings of unworthiness and feeling like they're not able to do the things that they really want to do and the things that they're feeling called to, share this out. So he gave me this this model essentially, and I call it the holistic model of abundance. And when he gave me this, the premise is that the spirit of God. So I wanted to do a screen share, but I'm not able to do a screen share in this moment. If you go to my website, rafahealing.com, you'll actually see the holistic model of abundance. And so what the holistic model of abundance is, everything that I do within Rafa Healing is going to stem from this model. And what it simply says is that God our healer, the great I am, God our Father, everything that he has, his power, his love, his grace, his mercy, his strength, fear, worthiness. It transcends that. It obliterates it. Feelings of fear and unworthiness cannot exist where the Spirit of God resides. And so if you think of maybe like a triangle, you have God at the head. And this is where we find our passions. This is where we find our purpose. This is where we find who we are. As Proverbs 31 women, we have to be able to walk in who God says we are. And we have to understand what God says about us. Because if we don't know who we are, then we continue to live in the lies that were implanted in us way back when. And so what the holistic model of abundance says is it says that God is our head, and everything that he is transcends the spirit of fear and feelings of unworthiness. And not only internally inside of us, but it transcends our families and it transcends our business. Hey, Keisha, y'all, I'm cooking. Babe, can you help me, please? I'm so sorry, y'all. So it transcends our family. And so when we're talking about family, what that means is we've got to learn how to build our relationships and not come from a dysfunctional place with our family, with our friends. And so the way that I move through this is helping you increase spontaneity and communication and intimacy through travel experiences and interactive games. Maybe at the end of the day, I'm about having fun. I'm about having fun. And when we can have fun with our families, when we can communicate a bit better and really speak what we need and what it is that we want, then what is going on? Then we're able to enhance our relationships. When we're able to have, travel experiences and create memories with the ones we love. Memories are the only things that we're going to be able to hold on to when life is gone. So the Spirit of God transcends fear. It transcends these feelings of unworthiness into our families and into our business. And when it comes to our business, what we can do is we can then conquer these emotional and mental setbacks that are affecting the productivity and profitability of our businesses. I don't want the potatoes to be really, really soft. If they're like soft, can you just turn it off? Thank you.
Yes, dear.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? So the holistic model of abundance is about the total woman. It's about who you are as a woman internally and your thoughts and your feelings on a daily basis. It's about your family and it's about your business, about your livelihood. And so what God gave me from this model, the holistic model of abundance, was confidently courageous. And one of the things that I've learned is that we don't want to be courageous. We say we want to be courageous. We say, yes, I want to have courage. I want to walk in courage, 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 courage. But what we fail to understand is that there is no courage without fear. There has to be something that, in a sense, frightens us, that in a sense is intimidating to us. That's how we overcome. And that's the part that we don't want, because a lot of times that comes with pain. There's pain associated with that. There's uncomfortability associated with that, and we don't want to be uncomfortable. Lord knows we don't want to be uncomfortable. So God gave me, he kind of poured it out in my spirit, over the course of time. And I fell in love just with, what he gave me and what he's calling me to do. And I fell in love with, even some of the women that he's calling me to work with and becoming confidently courageous. So I kind of wanted to give you all a premise of what confidently courageous is about and what you can expect when you partner with me, me on this mission for millions. I'm on a mission for millions of women, and we're waging war against the spirit of fear. And so because I'm on this mission, please share this out. If you're here with me, share this video. If you're in for a little bit and you can't stay, say hi, and then make sure you share this video out. Y'all, I feel like I'm having like hot flashes. Like I'm just so hot, and I apologize. I apologize. So confidently courageous is actually based on this model, the holistic model of abundance. And so what the entire program is about, there are 4 modules in Confidently Courageous, and it's based off of a system. If we're going to live confidently courageous, there are 4 things that we must do. There are 4 steps that we must take in order to be successful in every single area of our lives. Number 1 is we've got to discover the root of fear and unworthiness. We've got to discover the root. We've got to get to the root. Where does this come from? What happens in my life that planted that little seed that said I wasn't worthy? That said nobody wanted to listen to me? Where did that happen? Once we can discover the root of these fears and these feelings of unworthiness, then we've got to learn how to reframe our lives more positively. It's possible to do that. It is so possible to reframe your life. Even the most tragic and the most heinous things, the most horrific things that have happened to so many women out there, it's possible to reframe our lives and look at it from a different perspective. Once we've been able to reframe our lives, then we've got to put our courage into action. Up until now, it's all internal. It's all about shifting our mindset and understanding that everything that we go through has a purpose. But once we can understand that mentally, intellectually, we've got to now put it into action. We've got to carry it out so that we can change our lives. And once we put that courage into action, finally, we've got to learn how to be consistent. And we've got to practice accountability. So number 1, you discover the root of fear and feelings of unworthiness. Number 2, you're reframing your life more positively. Number 3, you're putting that courage into action. And number 4, you're practicing consistency and accountability. So within each module, there are 3 topics, for a lack of a better word. There are 3 topics, and each topic gets progressively deeper. We go pretty deep within this program. And it just depends on how you enter the Confidently Courageous program. Confidently Courageous is about workshops, retreats, and masterminds. Sonia, I see your comments like kind of popping up on the screen, but my phone is tripping, so I can't really see it on my phone. So let me just tell you a little bit about the topics that we're talking about within Confidently Courageous. So when we're considering discovering the root of fear and these feelings of unworthiness, number 1, we're talking about negative experiences. What are the negative experiences that you've had in your life that have transformed your life, that have changed your life because of something that has happened to you? It's told you something about yourself. It's told you something about other people, and it's told you something about the world. After we talk about just negative experiences in general, we move on to generational curses. And we really explore what these generational transmissions have done to our family, to our lineage. Have you ever heard, like, you just like your mama, you ain't gonna never be nothing. Oh, you remind me of your uncle. There are things that transmit from generation to generation to generation, and we're predisposed to certain things. And we've got to be aware of what they are so that we can tackle them, so that we don't carry them forward to our children and our children's children. And then we talk about abuse and neglect. Many of us have had more than just negative experiences in our life. There have been some very, very tragic things that have happened to many people, and it has shifted the way that they see the world. And they've held on to that for so long that they haven't been able to move forward. So once we get through that, now we're moving into reframing your life more positively. So once we get into reframing your life, we talk about finding the lesson and finding the gift. It's something that is necessary in every aspect of our life, and understanding that no matter what it is, there is a lesson there is a gift. And then we talk about the power of your testimony. You know, so many of us have gone through so many things, but we don't want to talk about it. We don't want to tell people what we've gone through because there's shame. There's a spirit of shame that sits on us. But we overcome by the power of our testimony. Somebody else may need to hear what you are going through, what you have gone through, so that they can get through it. And then we're talking about cognitive practices. So this is where, you know, we go a little bit deeper. This is where we're talking about how can we shift our minds. And this is more of a psychological standpoint. What did you do? Are you okay? We're coming from a psychological standpoint here. And I really give you a lot of cognitive practices to show you how you can practice it in the moment. It's more than just, I'm going to do a mental shift and I'm going to be courageous and that's it. No, you've got to practice this every single day. Sometimes fear, you know, creeps up on you in the moment. What are you doing? That fear is coming at you right then. How do you deal with it in the moment? How do you ground yourself so that you don't go into a full-fledged panic attack? So this is what the cognitive practices are about. So then we move on to courage in action. And when we're talking about courage in action, we're talking about communication and connection. We've got to learn how to connect with the people that maybe have hurt us at some point or another. You know, we've got to open our mouths. We have not because we ask not. There's things that we want, there's opportunities that we want, but we don't want to reach out to people and ask for it. We've got to communicate what we want and what we need. And we've got to connect to other people. We've got to learn how to release. And then we talk about personal responsibility. This one's deep, y'all. And I say that because a lot of us want to blame other people for what happened to us. And we want to blame other people for what happened in our lives. But sometimes there's things that we've done. We've done some things. And we don't want to accept personal responsibility for it. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Because I keep seeing comments pop up. Share this out, you guys. We're on a mission for millions. It ain't just me. It ain't just me. And I'm trying to see if I'm like, but I don't know what's going on. Okay, boom. I see it popping up on the screen. I'm going to just do this over here. Okay, let me go check the comments and I'm going to keep going. And I'm sorry, I feel like I'm running through this so fast. Not having any. Thank you so much, y'all. Hey, Nikisha, Sonia, hey, y'all. Okay, so let me keep moving on. So after personal responsibility, we're talking about freedom and forgiveness. This is big, y'all. This is deep, y'all. This is one of the deeper part of the programs that we're talking about freedom and forgiveness. We're holding on to so many things and we won't let go of it. And it's keeping us from moving forward in our purpose. And we're holding on to things that maybe we're blaming other people for. Maybe there's things that happened that weren't at our hands, but at the end of the day, someone may have done something to you and they're living their life and they're not thinking about you. You were holding yourself hostage because of what somebody else did to you. How can you set yourself free? How can you make a decision to say, I'm not going to live like this anymore. I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to believe the lies anymore. I'm willing to forgive you. I'm willing to forgive myself. We've made decisions that weren't always great. We've done some things that we don't want to tell people about. How can I forgive myself, y'all? Once we talk about freedom and forgiveness, we're moving on to the consistency and accountability part. So first here, we're talking about ongoing support and accountability. Queen, you cannot do this alone. You cannot do this by yourself. You are who you are because of people who have prayed for you, because people who have handed to you and helped you out. We've got to be able to reach out to other people to hold us accountable, because when it gets rough, and it's going to get rough, I'm not going to lie to you. When we're trying to press through, it's going to get hard. But that's where the courage comes in, to take that step every single day and say, I'm worth it and I can do it. Can you support me? Can we link up together? That's why I'm here to link up with you. Link up with me so we can do this together. Baby, I got fears and things that I got to push past. It ain't just you. We're doing this together, sis. So once we're able to Really understand the value of ongoing support and accountability. Then moving on to the circle of intimidation. And I love this. I love the circle of intimidation. And this is why I say the circle of intimidation, is because we've got to learn how to surround ourselves with people who intimidate us in a sense. Who is it that you look up to? Who is it that you admire that you're like, oh my gosh, they seem to have it all together? Don't get it twisted. No one has it all together. But who is it that you're looking up to and you're admiring? You're like, man, they are where I'm trying to go. This is who you want to reach out to. This is who you want to connect to. So I feel like if you intimidate me, let me sit up under you. Let me glean some wisdom from you, because you're doing something right, baby. And then once we're done with circle of intimidation, finally, we're talking about pressing through the pain with persistence. These third levels under each module get pretty deep, and these are really, really for my mastermind people. Because the mastermind, which I will talk about on Wednesday, because I'm opening the doors to this on Wednesday, it's a 6-month program. You know, this is about healing and deliverance and really shifting the way we think and putting it into practice. But we've got to understand and we've got to learn how to press through the pain with persistence. You can't give up. You can't stop. When it gets hard, how do I continue to press through? How do I grab the strength of God in my weakness and press through? Because everything that you've ever wanted is on the other side of that pain, baby. When you go to the hospital, you go to the hospital in pain, right? We don't go to the hospital, talk to the doctors and chop it up and be like, what's going on? No, I need you to treat me. There's healing on the other side, but you've got to press in first. So confidently courageous is about the total woman in every aspect of her life. How can I dig deep to figure out who I am? What lies have I believed over the course of time? And how can I shift that to now live my life in every aspect according to what God says about me? We are queens. We are kings. We are royal priesthood. We are overcomers. We have the victory. We're more than conquerors. If God be for me, who can be against me? You got to learn how to speak the word every single day so that we understand who we are and we can live it accordingly. And this is what confidently courageous does. It helps women live according to what God says about you, not to what that seed of fear was planted in you years ago. It's time out for believing the lies. It's time to make a declaration today and say, today is a day. I choose to become her. I choose to become the woman that I was destined to be. I choose to become the woman that God has called me to be. I choose to become the woman that's on the inside of me, and I feel her. I feel every bit of her. I know she's there. There's a dream on the inside of you, and it's not going to go away. You feel it. You see it. It's there for a reason. God is giving you that dream, and He wants you to live it out. He's given it to you for a reason. You know, when I think about my dream and I think about what God has shown me some amazing things, y'all, like for real. Like, shown me some amazing things when it comes to my life and where He's taken me. And I get excited about it. Like, that's what you want for me? Like, for real? Like, you gonna let me have that? You trust me with that? And it excites me. And when I think about what God has for me, you know, if God can do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think, I want you to get that lifestyle in your mind right now, what God is calling you to, how He's calling you to help other people, how He's calling you to spread His word. Get that in your mind right now, what that life looks like. The best vision that you can possibly, your best life. And then I want you to think about, if this is what I think, eyes have not heard. I mean, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, nor has it entered into the heart of man what God has prepared for us. Like, you don't understand the glory of God and what He has prepared for you. That dream that you see right now, if that's the best that we can do intellectually, if God can do exceedingly abundantly above all that we can ask or think, I need some props. This right here, this is as high as I can go. This is as high as I can think. This is my best life that I can see for myself, right? This is like the best world for Candace in regards to Candace's view. If God can exceedingly abundantly above all I can ask or even think, you mean to tell me I can't even comprehend, God, what you have for me? I want that life. I want that one over there. I take that life for 500. That's the one I want. So I feel like if I got to go through some pain to get to that, because at the end of the day, I'm going to come out victorious, giving God the glory. There's going to be a glory on me. And I'll have a story to tell of how I overcame that accomplishment, that sense of accomplishment that you're going to feel when you finally do the things that you never thought you can do. When you've heard all your life that you're not going to be nobody and that you're not worthy and that you're ugly and you've been bullied and you've been hurt and you've been abused and you've been cast down. You've been in awful relationships. Your father wasn't around. Your mother wasn't around. No one loved you. God loves you, and he wants to show you that. He wants to take you through a process because he wants to heal you and he wants to restore you. But he has to show you what you've been exposed to and how it's damaged you. And once he can do that, he can start to repair and restore your heart and make you whole. And he's going to take everything that the enemy meant for evil, everything the enemy tried to do to abort your purpose and kill you and steal your joy. He's going to take everything and he's going to use it for his glory. He's going to shift it. That spirit of shame, that embarrassment around what happened to you, it's going to become your story of strength, your story of honor. That's what he's going to use to bring in the masses. That's what he's going to use to pull somebody else up out of their bull and what they're going through. So if you feel it, if you understand that now is the time, you've got to declare in your heart, God, I surrender to you, and I'm ready to move forward on what you're calling me to do. All these fears, all these feelings of unworthiness, I'm ready to work through it, God. Now is your time. You have to say yes to yourself. This ain't about saying yes to Candace. I ain't got nothing to do with this, to be honest with you. If I'm keeping it 100, I ain't got nothing to do with this. This is all God. God had to shut me down to give me a word and say, I need you to walk through this because I need you to go tell them. This is about you saying yes to yourself and saying, I will no longer live in fear. I will no longer live in depression. I will no longer live in anxiety. When are you going to give to yourself? You're giving to everybody else. You're doing everything for everybody else. But when is it your turn? When are you going to finally say yes to yourself? Today's the day. Ladies, share this out. If you're here with me right now, share it out. I'm going to wrap up in a second because I don't even know if my food's burnt or not. I don't know. But share this out. People can get the replay. I know a lot of people are still in church. But that's neither here nor there. Because when God says go, I'm going to go. If you're with me, you're with me. If you're not, you're not. But if God is calling you and he's pressing on your heart right now, and you know that you're ready to walk confidently courageous, inbox me. Inbox me because I'm opening the doors to Confidently Courageous on Wednesday. And I'm going to come a series, Your Confidently Courageous Life. I'll be live at 2 o'clock Eastern time on Wednesday. And I forgot what I'm even talking about. I don't have it right here. I forgot what I'm going to be talking about on Wednesday, but I'll let y'all know. 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to be opening the doors to Confidently Courageous. And so when I come live, I'm going to do some teaching at first, and then I'm actually going to tell you a bit more about the 6-month mastermind and the workshops and how you can get involved and how you can really start changing your life immediately. Please make sure you're sharing this video with your friends, with your family. If you have a group, share it into your groups. If you have a business page, share it on your business page. Pull other women in. You know what? And actually, I want to give you ladies the group, the confidently courageous woman. That's my okay, Bitdo. Okay, so if you're not already in this group, go ahead and request access. I will let you right in. There'll be some exclusive trainings inside of there, but this is where we're going to get a bit deeper, and we're going to be doing a lot of the program stuff in there. So if you're feeling like this is my year, I'm ready. There's going to be some fear, and then I'm going to tell you this right now. I want to tell you this right now, and let me put that down. God will give you a word. The enemy's job is to kill, steal, and destroy. And when God is giving you a word, he's going to come and try to snatch that word out of your heart immediately. So I want you to be prepared that when you get off this live video If God is calling you right now in this moment to walk confidently courageous, the enemy's gonna come to you and he's gonna start talking to you like, confidently courageous? You ain't confident, you ain't courageous. What you mean? All that stuff that you done been through, all that stuff that you did. Remember what happened to you back then? He's gonna start reminding you of everything that happened. And it's gonna start bringing back these feelings. This is where we gotta cast him down. I want you to be mindful. Everything. What you mean? You wanna be a part of something? You ain't got time for that. You too busy. You gotta work. You got a family. You got kids. You ain't got enough energy. You ain't got enough money. You can't afford stuff. What you think you gonna do? This is how he's gonna come at you. So I want to expose the trap of the enemy right now. And I want to seal the word in your heart. If you know God is calling you to greater things and to really walk in your purpose and to finally step out, inbox me right now. And I promise I'll get back to you later on this evening. Because when we're ready to go, you're going to be the first to know. The first to know. So ladies, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about Confidently Courageous. And I feel the Spirit of God all on this. And he's showing me how big this movement is going to be. To the point sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, God, you want me to do that? Like, that's huge. Hello. Hey, your name popped up and then it left. If you're here with me, share this out. I'm going to wrap up in a minute, but make sure you're sharing it out. So join me, ladies. Join me. I'm on a mission for million. Waging war against the spirit of fear. No longer when we continue to walk in fear. God does not give us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. When are we going to say yes to that? When are we going to take on what God says and quit walking and living what the enemy has told you? When are we going to shift our minds and believe the very thing that God says? If you believe that God is God and he is who he is and what his word stands, then let's act like it. It's more than just intellectually understanding what God says. Oh, God doesn't give us a spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. Yay! It's not a cheer. This is real life. No spirit of fear, y'all. I promise you. Power. Let's walk in power. Let's walk in love. Let's walk in a sound mind. The ability to reason. The ability to think. When these thoughts come up in your head and they're not even reasonable, cast them down. Cast them down. You have the power. Wednesday, join me. I'm actually going to go live on my Facebook profile. So if you're connected to me, I'll be here on Wednesday. But moving forward, we're going to be on my business page, Candace M. Gray, MS, the Courage Coach. And then I'm going to be doing some of these series inside of my private community. So you definitely want to get over to the Confidently Courageous Woman. It's my private community on Facebook. And that's where you're going to be getting a lot more in-depth training from me. It's a community of women who have said yes to themselves. Yes to yourself. Like, I'm ready. God, I'm ready for whatever you have for me, because everything I've experienced up until now, I'm ready for more. Half of y'all not even happy right now. Half of y'all going through it. Your family's all crazy. You're broke. Inner turmoil. You don't believe in yourself at all. We've got to learn how to start loving ourselves again. Start taking hold of God's power in our weakness. It's your time. It's our time. And I will no longer stand for it. The spirit of fear, I'm going to expose it and I'm going to fight it. That's where I'm at with it. Bring it, enemy. Bring it. Because if God be for me, who can be against me? If I already have the victory, why am I tripping? So stand up. Share this out. I see you coming in. If you're here with me, share this out. I'm about to wrap it up. I keep saying I'm about to wrap it up, but I'm really about to wrap it up, y'all. But go ahead and share this video out. Confidently Courageous. The doors are opening on Wednesday. Wednesday, I'll be coming live at 2 o'clock Eastern time with the Confidently Courageous Facebook Live series. So meet me here, share this out. If you already know you're ready to be a part of Confidently Courageous, whether it's the workshops, whether it's the retreats, oh my God, I can't wait to tell y'all about these retreats, or whether it's the 6-month mastermind, inbox me right now and just let me know that you're ready to walk confidently courageous in your purpose. And I promise you, I'll connect with you later on this evening. And when we're ready to open the doors and go, you're going to be the first one to know. Okay? Um, I'm hot. My food's probably all burnt up now. I got to talking. Let me go check these comments, y'all. I love it. I'm so excited for what God is doing in our lives, and I'm excited for the women that I'm going to be partnering with. Movement. It's about me. It's not about Candace. It's about you walking in the calling that God has placed on your life, doing the very thing that He told you to do, and you know He told you to do it a long time ago, but you didn't do it because you were scared. You didn't do it because you didn't feel like you were worthy and that you couldn't do it. God is saying now is the time. I'm here with you. I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. I'm calling you to do it now because what I have for you, you've got to process through this junk, through this mess in your life and get rid of it. Because there's a power that I want to give you. There's an anointing that I want to pour into your life. And you're not going to be able to do it as long as all this stuff is still muddled up on the inside of you. Now is the time. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get off, y'all. Hey, Andrea, Sonia, not having enough customers. Thank you, Sonia. Nikisha, funny because that's what I need to talk to you about for a feeling. Okay, we gonna talk, baby. We gonna talk. Failing in your business. Let me tell you something right now. Embrace failure. Failure is the next opportunity. It's about how we think about it. If we apply negative connotation to failure, then guess what? We're not gonna feel good about it. But if I mess up or if I fail, okay, let me just learn from it and do better the next time. Boom. Simple as that. It has to be that simple. But we make it hard. Oh my God, I failed. No, you're not a failure. How can I do better next time? Pick yourself up and let's move forward. But we're going to talk. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so y'all, I think that was it. I was trying to do so much in so little time. I'm supposed to be getting ready to walk out of this door soon. So I'm feeling something in my spirit right now, and I'm going to come back probably later this evening or maybe even tomorrow and make an offer. 5 women. I'm looking for 5 women. But I'm going to tell you about it a little later. Now's not the time. Okay. I think I'm done. Because I got to go figure out if my food is burnt or not. All right, y'all. I love y'all so much. I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream. Mac and cheese. That sounds good. That's not what I'm cooking, though. I was cooking some cabbage and some mashed potatoes. So I could take over my cousin's house, and I gotta finish this food because I was supposed to be there like 20 minutes ago. It's so much. Anyway, all right, y'all. I love y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and end this. I will talk to you later, beautiful ladies. Share this out, okay? Love you. Mwah. Oh Lord, I love y'all so much.